Welcome back to the Mariana Dalto Show, where we explore the marketing strategies and mindset shift that help you grow your business and scale your impact without, of course, the overwhelm, because that's the main goal about helping you here. So I'm your host, Mariana Dalto. I'm a revenue coach, AI consultant, and the founder of the Dalto Revenue System. If you've been spinning, your wheels with marketing, posting content that gets crickets or pitching your services but not seeing real traction, this episode is especially for you. Now, today we're diving into a powerful concept that, when done right, can unlock consistent client flow and simplify your entire business strategy, which is your value proposition. And by the end of this episode, I will share how you can take this even deeper inside my lead flow program, where we help you craft and test a client attractive message that actually works. Okay, so let's dive in. Let's start talking about why clarity beats exposure. Let's start thinking about how you might relate to this. So have you ever spent hours editing a reel, posting on social media, showing up everywhere, but barely getting leads? That is not really a visibility problem if you're like in across the different channels in social media. It's a clarity problem. People don't buy what they don't understand. That's the real reason. And they definitely don't buy from someone who doesn't seem to understand them either. So before you build the funnel, you launch your ad or batch your content, ask yourself, can you clearly explain who you help, what problem you solve, and what result you deliver in 7 seconds or less? Most people can't, and that's because they're stuck using labels like I'm a coach, I'm a consultant, I run a small business, very high level umbrella, but not really being clear exactly on how you deliver what you deliver. So labels are boring, they're generic, and worst of all, they immediately put you in a mental box with everyone else. So to stand out, you've got to ditch that label and then speak in value. That's the big shift and change here that you need to think differently. So let's talk now about what makes a strong value proposition, because that's how you will be shifting how the way you've been communicating what you do in your business and how you help people. And here's the truth. When someone comes across your brand, they're consciously asking, is this worth my attention? And you only have seconds to answer that. So a strong value proposition will answer who you help, and that's where you talk about your target market, what problem they are facing, the target market, what problem they're facing, and that will be the core challenge that you will be speaking about. What result you help them get, and that will be the benefit that you provide based on what you offer, right? What process you use, what method or framework you build, that is a proven strategy that really helps with what you offer. And why are you different? What's your uniqueness in the marketplace with what you offer that really makes a difference, among everyone else, right? So try this simple tool to get clear on your value proposition. Use this formula and write this down if you can. If you're driving, maybe you can go back to the episode, or I can put it in the show notes, that formula, so then you have it handy. But use this tool. So you can say, I work with, and then state your ideal clients who struggle with, and state your specific problem, and help them get and state your specific result. That simple one sentence is going to be a strong value proposition that will differentiate you from anyone else in the market when they are trying to speak about how they help people with their business. So in my case, I say I work with small business owners who are tired of wasting time on marketing that doesn't convert. I help them build a clear message and a lead flow system that actually grows their business. It's short, it's specific, and it's powerful. So try that out with your business. Use this formula, this value proposition formula, and see if you can shift a little bit on how you communicate what you do in the market. Now, let's talk about selling without selling. And here's the mindset shift that you need to think about here. People aren't buying, buying you. They're investing in themselves through you. When someone enrolls in your products or services, they're saying, I believe this will help me become who I want to be or accomplish what I'm looking for because of what they're thinking to buy or invest in your services, right? So they're not buying your time, they're not buying a product or service, they're buying a better version of themselves. And this distinction changes everything, the way you communicate. So that is why I always say, do not sell to convince, sell to serve. If someone doesn't believe in their own transformation yet, they won't invest. So they have to be sold themselves that they can do what they really desire to do. And then that's why they believe in themselves, they can do it, and they will invest in themselves buying whatever products or service you have. But it has to be sold for them first. And that's how everything starts. And that's why everything that you do, the communication that you provide, will help them see things differently. And that's the shift that I'm trying for you to understand within your business communication. So in the lead flow program that I offer, we teach this through intentional design when we design your offer and your messaging. So we start with a clear revenue goals, because if you don't know what success looks like, it's hard to measure value. Then we will identify the decision makers in your market and understand what they are truly investing in, which is almost always a future outcome, nor a current task. And then finally, we will position your solution as a clear path to get there. When you communicate your value in this way, your audience sees your offer as a bridge to a better life or a stronger business. That is what gets people to move, to make decisions, to move forward. So instead of asking, how do I convince people to buy? Start asking yourself, who is already looking to invest in the results I help them achieve? Whatever it is that you offer, you are always offering something that gives people a solution to a problem, and they will get a result, an output that's what they're looking for. So ask yourself, who is already looking to invest in the results that I help them achieve? Now let's focus now on the real return on investment of specificity. Sorry, these words are sometimes difficult to pronounce. So if you try to help everyone, you will help no one. Specificity is literally your superpower. But let's break down exactly what that looks like inside a business that is built for clarity and revenue growth. When you identify your niche audience, and speak directly to their situation, you create messaging that resonates deeply, and they will think, finally, someone gets me. That's really like when they hear your message, the person will feel like you get them. You design a business model that solves a specific problem with measurable results. You build a client journey map that walks your audience step by step towards their goal. And then you will also set KPIs, which are key performance indicators, and marketing metrics that reflects actual conversion behavior from that niche. And this isn't just a theory. Inside the lead flow program that I was talking about, we teach you what to communicate based on your mission, vision, and core values. We pair that communication with a mapped client journey, so you know exactly how to move someone from curious to closed without wasting time on things that don't convert. So think about the difference of these two types of communication. You can say, I do marketing for small businesses, or you could say, I help real estate agents generate exclusive listings using a 5-day direct response strategy. That second one, the second message that I just stated, it's actionable, it's memorable, and it's referable. And the more referable you are, the faster you grow because you're giving more clarity, more specificity on how you help people. So if you've been wondering why your marketing feels like shouting into the void, the problem might not be the platform that you're using, how often you're posting, it could potentially be your position and the way you are communicating things in the market. So let's fix this together. Keep listening or head straight to the daltocoaching.com/programs to get started. But if not, keep listening because there's more value in this episode. So if you're feeling like your message needs a refresh, you need help connecting the dots between your vision and the structure that brings this to life in your business, that is exactly what the lead flow program offers. So it'll set your foundation, your business foundation, with clear goals and revenue targets. And that is specifically for you to be clear really where you're going in your business. What is it that you're trying to accomplish? Why you're trying to accomplish what you want to accomplish? There's so many things that you as a business owner need to get clear before you even start communicating to your audience. You will be understanding and putting together a clear business model that aligns with your ideal client. You will build a lead generation strategy using the 7 Promotes framework. You will be able to map out your full client journey and then set up the metrics that tracks what's actually working in your marketing and sales. Plus, you also get access to weekly one-on-one implementation calls to help you apply each concept to your business and get real momentum. So if you're ready to move forward with clarity and confidence, head over to daltocoaching.com/programs and let's build your system together so you can start growing your business. Thanks again for tuning in to this episode. If this sparked an idea or gave you the clarity that you needed, send me a message, let me know, leave a review, share it with a peer that might need, that might need to hear some of the insights from this show. And if you're ready to stop winning, to stop kind of like getting into the hamster wheel and going in circles with your marketing and you want to start getting real results, check out the program at daltocoaching.com/programs. And until next time, stay focused, stay bold, and keep leading with purpose. And this is Mariana Dalto, and I will see you in my next episode. Thank you.